Hi guys, this is Jay Cooper or Jacqui Cooper with JCooperTravels and also Love Travel Scotland. And today we're here with Yvette MacDonald and Allison Poulter. And I just want to, for those that might not be following our podcast, Love Travel Scotland was created to help Scottish businesses, locals, and to with their businesses because of the COVID, but also to provide some really great tips and places for you as travelers when you go visit Scotland, so that way you can know the hideaways and where the locals like to kind of relax and explore. So thank you, Yvette and Allison, for being on today. Yvette, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks, Jackie. It's been a great day. Weather outside's not too bad, so it's a great weekend.
It
Thank you.
is, for sure. Allison, thank you so much for being on.
You're welcome.
Help us share with everyone who's listening what your business is, where you're located, and how they can reach out to you electronically through websites, Facebook, or whatever. Tell us a little bit more about what you're doing, because it's very cool.
Well, hello, and thank you for asking me to join you today. I run Alicat Purrfections, and that is a cat sitting service. So I go to people's homes when they're away for whatever reason. They could be visiting friends and family, or enjoying Scotland, traveling around away on a holiday. So I go to their houses and look after their cats, feed them, play with them, whatever the requirements are. And I'm based in Livingston, but I cover the whole of West Lothian, so that's just outside of Edinburgh. I do have the odd client in Edinburgh or just slightly outside, so I never say never. If a cat is in need, then I will try my best to make sure that they're well taken care of when their families can't be there. I have a website, which is www.alicatpurrfections.co.uk. I have a Facebook page as well, Alicat Purrfections Cat Sitting Service. I have lots of over 600 followers on there. So there's always lots of things going on, pictures. I love people sharing their cats and what everybody's up to. And so that I usually share what's going on. With my day-to-day, looking after the cats, if they've been up to any mischief or what they've been doing. And sometimes we do sort of funny pictures and get comments and engagement as to what's happening. But I certainly find that I'm the last sort of puzzle in somebody planning their journey, to go away. Often people suddenly think, oh yeah, that's great, we've booked that, we've done that, we've sorted that, we've packed our case, and then it's like, oh, we have a cat, so what are we going to do with the cat? Sometimes people have a big family holiday, so they've all gone away, so who might normally look after their pets is suddenly, they've all gone together. So often there's the realization and panic of, who's going to come and take care of our cats. So that's where I come in, and the relief from a lot of my customers, it's like, oh, that's great, that's that peace of mind. Because I also obviously do home security. I'm being trusted to go into somebody's house, so I shut curtains, move the posts, put the bins in and out. I just give that little bit of extra home security, which again just means that they can relax, they can go and enjoy their holiday and have a great time. And I give them little updates, I send them little videos, pictures, and that just again relaxes them. And if they've got kids, they love seeing that of what their kitty cats are getting up to. So yeah, to me it's great. That just means that they can go and relax, and they don't have to worry about if their pets are worried or stressed. Usually 9 times out of 10, pretty much the cats are nice and happy and relaxed, and they come home and they're just so overjoyed that they've had a great holiday. And that's the icing on the cake, really, that their pets are well and been well cared for.
So have you found that, have you had to adapt your business? I mean, are people might not be traveling right now because of COVID, but have you found a different way to provide your same service?
Obviously, with a lot of people not traveling, it's obviously had a big impact on my business. As people have been able to maybe travel more locally. So again, you know, I think a lot of people have had their staycations and gone off exploring places that they've maybe not done before, and what they've realized is on their doorstep. You know, an hour away, you're up in Perth and beautiful countryside and the Trossachs and things. So it's amazing what we do have on our doorstep. So there's been a lot of people who gradually started to book again, and have probably had more UK holidays. A couple of people have gone away. So I just make sure, I've got one advantage, that when I go to their house, they're not there. So that's, I'm not kind of, you know, going into the house when they're around to look after the cats. So that's okay. And I always make sure that, you know, I've got, you know, hand sanitizer, and when I'm leaving, I make sure everything's all clean. Anything I've touched, I make sure I wipe down all the surfaces and make sure that that's all cleanliness. And then when I go to meet the clients, because some clients I've met before, so it's literally a hand over key sort of on the doorstep, and I pick it up and off we go. Sometimes it's a little bit trickier when they're new clients, because I like to, you know, obviously meet everybody. You know, I need to see where things are, how they like things. Often cats have nice little hiding places that, unless you know, you're never going to find them. So that has been probably a little bit trickier. But again, using masks, being sort of distant when we're in the house. Some people have sent me videos. That's been another way that they've shown me around the house, and have left a key sort of there for me to sort of then pick up, and I just confirmed that, you know, that's done. So it's not been too bad. But again, it's just been very conscious that, you know, when I'm in that house, that, you know, I've hand sanitized, and I've just made sure everything is clean on going in and when I come away. And so far, touch wood, that has been working okay for me.
That's good. I'm really happy to hear that you've been able to kind of adapt, even though the business might be a little bit lower. I'm also super excited to hear that people are starting to travel again locally, because I agree with you. Sometimes we think about our extended borders outside, but though sometimes our backyards, we have a lot of wonderful things that we don't always do unless we have relatives from out of town visiting.
Totally.
Yeah. So Yvette, did you have any questions that you wanted to ask?
Yeah, Alison, I was wondering, do you just go to people's homes to look after their cats, or are you flexible in taking cats to your house as well?
I don't have, I have a cat, and he's not overly sociable. He's, he probably wouldn't be too agreeable to that. And also, you have to be careful when you're kind of getting into the boarding areas. You know, I don't have pens like a cattery.
Okay.
So you have to have licenses,
I
and being, you know, you've got to be quite careful when you know, that's another responsibility and insurance and taking on. And also I find, because the cats are very, you know, they like their routines, they're like, you know, they've got their territories. Yeah. So if I move them to here, then that to me is just this, you know, it's still boarding, and that can still be quite stressful for the pet, for the cat. So by me going to the house, it means, you know, they've got all their comforts, they've got their little routines, you know, nothing's changing for them. I just continue as if the family was there, and play with them, and, you know, brush them, you know, just whatever, and whatever kind of keeps them nice and calm and relaxed. So generally I find that actually works really well. And once people have found my services, because people will still go, you do what? You know, what's that all about? And, you know, we've heard of dog sitting, dog walking, and it's like, well, aren't cats independent? And it's like, well, people still need to sort of feed them, you know, they're not totally. And actually most of the cats that I go and visit will come bounding up to me and, you know, are looking for affection. They're so happy
lovely.
that somebody's there, and, you know, and I'm playing with them, and they get cuddles, and that's lovely. So, you know, they like, generally from what I'm finding, that they like to be in their own homes. So that's what seems to work for me anyway.
No, that's great. Thank you.
So thank you so much for being on, Allison. We love to promote and support you, and we'll definitely be following your cat adventures.
Thank you.
because I know that Yvette has a cat as well. And
Oh,
yeah, so it's part of our family.
I do. I have a little black kitten. She's gorgeous, but she's off with the
oh,
children at the minute. So yes, I'm
oh.
just she's playing lovely with them. But I totally understand what you mean. My older child's got a cat as well, and one of the reasons she doesn't actually travel with us a lot is because she doesn't want to leave her cat. So yeah.
And I've had a few clients that have gone, oh, I haven't gone away for years. Like we're talking like, 6, whatever years. And I've gone, well, there's no worry here. And I have had a couple of people that have finally dipped their toe in and actually gone off venturing because they now feel secure that and they've got somebody coming in that they trust, and that's a huge thing. And it's great for me that they've got to go and have a holiday, and even if it's a week, a few days, so that does come up quite a few times, that they're like, oh, well, I can't go away, I can't leave my cat. And it's like, well, you can. And I do get great feedback that that they've just gone, God, why didn't I use this service before for and it's taken all that stress away for them. So that's great to hear.
So thank you so much for being on. We will be following your adventures, and both of you will talk soon.
Thank you very much.